Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, excellent.
Awesome. So, how are you today?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you, mate.
I'm doing well, thank you. So, how was your day so far, dear?
Say that again, sorry.
How was your day so far?
Yeah, it was not too bad. Busy. You?
Yeah, it was fantastic. And I think like your new album, Hellfenlic, was out on January 26th. So, would you like to tell me a bit about the songwriting and production behind this new album?
Yeah, I can. So what sort of thing do you want to know? Just like how we went about doing it, or
Yeah, the writing process and the production of making of this album.
yeah. So we wrote this album. It's a couple of years old for us when we started writing it. So it would have been when we released our third album, Negotium Crucis, released that during the pandemic, which was obviously quite a strange time for most people to be releasing music because obviously the world had come to a bit of a standstill. So when we released that, we started working on these next set of songs and basically just fine tuned them and get them how we wanted for the next couple of years. And yeah, so we tend to write remotely. So our guitarist and bassist will kind of work on some songs and some demos and then send them around, and we kind of then bash out some ideas together and work on it collectively. Once the demos are there, and then I take stuff. I take them demos and then I add my lyrics and patterns down to that, and that's pretty much how we work and how we always have done. Obviously, we live in an age where we can do a lot of stuff remotely and digitally now, so which is really really useful because it's quicker than because we don't all live in the same place, so it's quite handy to be able to fire over a demo and say, "What do you think?" And then somebody will come up with an idea or a possible change, and then fire that back over. And it's a lot more of a smooth transition with stuff.
Fantastic, fantastic. And was there any particular concept that was put behind this album?
Yeah, so the whole album is basically it's based on Matthew Hopkins, who was the Witchfinder General, and basically he was a very depraved, narcissistic human being that went around persecuting innocent people in the name of God, and called them out for being witches, basically.
Mm.
So the whole album is based on his mindset and his mental downfall, of how he believed that what he was doing was God's work, even though
Mhm.
he was committing these mass atrocities of killing up to nearly 500 people. These were innocent people that were wrongly accused of witchcraft. So, yeah, it was a pretty crazy time.
Yeah, yeah. Mhm. And talking about the album, eight amazing black metal anthems, beautifully written, great musicianship, the power, the energy, the rawness to the each and every song of this album comes out really amazing and great to listen to this entire album as a whole. I totally enjoy this album, and thanks to you guys for putting up this great album this year. And as a band, how do you guys feel about the outcome of this new album?
We're really proud of this one. We feel like this might be our most accomplished body of work. Um, the songs are certainly more well structured and written. Like we took a little bit more time on these, and I think it really shows. And it also brings together a lot of our influences. We're not just primarily into black metal. We have a wide range of influences, and I think this album really showcases that. It has a nice variety to it.
Fantastic. And any special uh, things that you did on January 26th on the day of the release?
No, not for the day of the release. We actually have got a couple of exclusive shows coming up. So we've got an album release show in London
Mhm.
coming up on the 10th of February. And then the 17th of February, we're playing a place called Manchester in the UK. And that is an exclusive event where we're playing the whole of the album in full from start to finish. So yeah, we're kind of keeping all the special events to the live setting, really.
And any worldwide touring that has been planned for 2024?
We've got a number of key shows. There will be some touring plans, yes. They'll be revealed at some point, but at the moment we're just, focusing on these album release shows and a few other key shows, and then we'll start looking ahead to the rest of 2024 after that.
And speaking of the Infernal Sea, was the band was formed back in 2010 and quite a big success on the black metal scenes, I would say. And you guys were talk on almost all the metal magazines and around the metal heads around the world. So, how do you guys feel about the road that you have traveled so far?
Uh, yeah, we're really. I think we're really proud of our success and what we've achieved. I mean, a lot of it, we've put in a lot of hard work over the years, and I feel um, we get a lot of respect from the black metal scene, and from even from the extreme metal scene, to be honest. And that's pretty much all you can ask for, isn't it? We've consistently released solid material, and people um, our followers often tell us that. So we're doing something right, and our live setting is something to behold as well now. So yeah, I think we've done well. We've been on Cacophonous Records, which was a great label that had the formation of like Cradle of Filth were on there, Dimmu were on there in the early days, and now we're on Candlelight, which is host to Emperor and many other bands. So two great labels have released our bodies of work. We've worked with Apocalyptic Witchcraft in the past and released a series of like 7 inches and albums via them. And we've just been lucky to work with these people and play with a lot of really cool bands along the way. So yeah, it's great.
Fantastic. And I know there has been a lot of amazing moments over the years, but is there something special that you want to share with me today?
So I think some of our key moments, I think, are releasing the albums on Pinnacle labels is a real big achievement for us. But for the live setting, I think playing Bloodstock and Damnation festivals have just been great. To the great crowd responses. Some of the crowds were like 4,000 plus, and it's just a great feeling to be doing that. That's where we want to be, playing more of the festival circuit, because we feel like we can appeal to that crowd really well. But them moments, and also getting to support a lot of good bands like Anaal Nathrakh and 1349 and Taake and Rotting Christ and Psy, etc. The list goes on. Like we've really grateful for the opportunities that we've been given.
And speaking on the songwriting, like most of the songwriting that has always been focused around the tales from the medieval period around Europe and UK. So, was there any particular reason that you guys went through to focus mostly on this particular area?
So we hail from the east of England, which is where the Witchfinder was from. So he terrorized people in that region of England during the 17th century. So we felt that we wanted to keep a lot of the new album quite local to where we are from. And it's just an interesting subject to tackle as well. And as you said, we've approached subjects like the Knights Templar, and we've also approached the Black Death, but primarily all our albums are themed around how human beings act during times of crisis and how they use religion to kind of help them get through this. But it's all done in a negative way. And it just goes to show that, how horrible human beings really are. And in these times of crisis, they will step on somebody else to kind of help themselves. And it also is a reflection of what's happening now. There's a lot of stuff happening in the world that's been happening for many, many years that happened then. And we haven't really learned as a species. We're still making these same mistakes over and over again, but just in different ways. So I think that's, the underlying theme on all of our albums, really, and all of our songs.
Thank you for sharing it. And finally, any message that you have for the Infernal Sea fans around the world?
Just listen to the Infernal Sea, check out Hellfenlic, go back to our back catalogue and just get listening to the songs and come to a show and just rock out with us.
And I want to thank you so much for giving me today this wonderful opportunity to have you on this interview, and a real pleasure. And thank you so much for putting this amazing album, Hellfenlic, a great album. Like I said earlier, I am totally loving it. And thanks again for this opportunity. And I wish you all the best. And really hoping to see you guys on the road.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the album, and it was
Thank you.
great speaking to you as well.
Speak to you soon. Take care. Bye bye.
Take care. Bye.